Tonight, while you sleep, your body will quietly open its repair shop. Deep inside your muscles, tiny cells are waiting for instructions, waiting for the building blocks they need to restore strength, repair damage, and rebuild what has been worn down during the day. The question is, are you giving them what they need? For most people, the answer is no. That's why so many wake up tired, stiff, and weaker than they were the day before. But here's the incredible discovery. 4 simple vitamins taken before bed can flip the switch and transform your body into a powerful overnight repair engine. 4 vitamins that feed your muscles exactly when they are rebuilding. And just as important, there are 2 vitamins many people take in the evening that actually sabotage this repair process. Get those wrong, and you could be stopping your own strength from returning. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and instead of dragging yourself out of bed with stiff joints and heavy legs, you stand tall, steady, and ready to move. Picture climbing the stairs without needing the railing. Picture walking outside, breathing deeply, and feeling your body work with you instead of against you. This isn't wishful thinking. This is what happens when you learn to time your nutrition with your body's natural repair cycle. Because muscle doesn't grow when you're awake. It grows while you're asleep. And the secret lies in what you take just before you close your eyes. Let's start with one of the most overlooked players in muscle repair, vitamin D. Most people think of vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin, the one that keeps bones strong. But that's only part of the story. Vitamin D is actually a master signal. At night, it tells your muscle stem cells, the tiny workers responsible for repairing damaged fibers, that it's time to get to work. Without it, those cells stay idle. And when they don't work, your muscles don't repair. That's why so many people wake up with lingering weakness, not realizing that what they were missing is not more protein or more exercise. It is vitamin D at the right time. But here's the twist. Vitamin D can't work alone. It needs a partner, vitamin K2. Think of calcium, the mineral you know is important for strength. Without K2, calcium can go rogue. Instead of strengthening your muscles and bones, it can slip into your arteries and harden them, creating more harm than good. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic cop. It directs calcium into your bones and muscles, making sure it ends up where it belongs. And when you pair vitamin D with vitamin K2 before bed, you're creating the perfect conditions for overnight healing. Your muscles get the signal to rebuild, and the raw materials are delivered right where they're needed most. Now there's another nutrient almost everyone has heard of, but very few are using correctly: magnesium. During the day, your muscles contract, tighten, and work hard for you. At night, they need to let go. Magnesium is the key. It relaxes tight muscles, calms your nervous system, and prepares your body for deep restorative sleep. Without it, your muscles stay restless, twitching, or cramping. And without deep sleep, your body misses its chance to rebuild. Magnesium doesn't just help you sleep, it unlocks the door to the repair room. It makes sure your calcium is absorbed, your nerves are calm, and your body drifts into the kind of sleep where muscle fibers knit themselves stronger. But even with these 3, there's one more piece to the puzzle. Think about what powers your body's repair process. Every cell, every muscle fiber needs energy to rebuild, and the vitamin that makes this possible is B12. B12 is your spark plug. It fuels the production of red blood cells, which carry oxygen, the lifeblood of repair, to every corner of your body. Without it, your muscles starve. You wake up tired, drained, maybe even lightheaded, because your body hasn't delivered enough oxygen overnight. But when you take B12 at night, you're stocking your muscles with energy. You're giving them the oxygen and fuel they need to rebuild while you rest. Now you might be thinking, that sounds perfect. 4 vitamins, a complete overnight repair system. But here's the trap. There are 2 common vitamins that many people take in the evening that actually interfere with this entire process. And this mistake is so common, it's almost guaranteed that someone watching this right now is doing it tonight. One of them blocks your natural sleep hormone, leaving you tossing and turning instead of repairing. The other disrupts the balance of minerals your muscles need, undoing all the good work the other 4 vitamins provide. In a moment, I'll reveal what they are. Before I do, I want you to picture yourself a few weeks from now. You've been giving your body the right tools, the right nutrients at the right time. You wake up steady, your legs carry you without fear, your grip feels stronger, your energy brighter. Everyday tasks don't drain you, they remind you that strength can return. This isn't a fantasy. This is how your body is wired. It's always trying to heal, to restore, to rebuild. But it can only do that if you give it what it needs. And tonight, you now know the 4 vitamins that open the door to that healing. Vitamin D, vitamin K2, magnesium, and B12. But just as important, you need to know the 2 that can close that door, the ones that quietly rob your muscles of their chance to repair. And we're about to uncover them. Earlier, I promised you that while 4 vitamins can transform your body into an overnight repair machine, there are also 2 that quietly sabotage this process when taken at the wrong time. And here is the shocking part. These are some of the most common supplements people reach for every single day. Millions are unknowingly taking them at night, believing they're doing something healthy, when in reality, they're interrupting the very repair cycle their bodies desperately need. The first is vitamin C. Surprised? Most people are. Vitamin C is one of the most celebrated nutrients in the world. It boosts immunity, helps collagen production, protects your cells from damage. But timing is everything. And here's why. Your body has a natural hormone called melatonin. It's the sleep hormone that rises at night, gently guiding you into deep restorative rest. Without melatonin, you toss and turn, your sleep is shallow, and you wake up feeling like you never really rested. Now here's the catch. High doses of vitamin C can interfere with melatonin. That means if you take vitamin C at night, you may actually blunt your body's ability to fall into that deep sleep stage where muscle repair happens. Imagine trying to rebuild a house in the dark with no light. The workers are there, the materials are there, but without light, the work slows to a crawl. That's what happens to your muscles when vitamin C hijacks your melatonin levels. You wake up weaker, not stronger. And this is not just theory. Research shows that vitamin C late in the evening can shift your circadian rhythm, tricking your body into thinking it's not time to fully rest. Now think about this. How many people reach for a multivitamin before bed, not realizing that the vitamin C inside is silently working against them? Or how many take a vitamin C chewable at night because they believe it will protect them overnight? The intention is good, but the result is bad. The body loses its natural repair window. That's why vitamin C belongs to the morning or midday. Taken then, it energizes and supports immunity. But at night, it blocks the very hormone you depend on for muscle healing. Now let's talk about the second saboteur, iron. Iron is critical for life. It builds hemoglobin. It allows oxygen to travel through your blood. It keeps your energy steady. But when taken at the wrong time, especially before bed, iron creates more problems than it solves. First, iron competes with magnesium for absorption. That means if you're taking both at night, magnesium, the vitamin you need to relax muscles and sleep deeply, gets pushed aside. Iron hogs the spotlight, and magnesium is left unused. The result? Restless muscles, shallow sleep, and weaker repair. But there's more. Iron can be harsh on the digestive system. Taken late, it can cause stomach upset, nausea, or even subtle irritation you may not notice until you realize your sleep is broken. And poor sleep equals poor repair. Remember, your body's construction crew only comes out at night. If your sleep is disturbed, if your magnesium is blocked, if your rest is shallow, your muscles lose their chance to rebuild. Think of it this way. Imagine setting up a stage for a concert. The lights are ready, the instruments are tuned, the performers are backstage. Everything is set for the perfect performance. But then at the last minute someone cuts the power. The stage goes dark. The concert never happens. That's what happens when you take iron at night. The perfect conditions for repair, vitamin D, K2, magnesium, B12, are in place. But iron cuts the power. The show never starts. And here's the emotional truth. So many people wake up blaming themselves. They think they're just getting older. They believe weakness is inevitable. They don't realize that what they put in their bodies the night before is the reason they feel weaker in the morning. They don't realize they are accidentally sabotaging their own recovery. That's why this message is so important, because once you know better, you can do better. Now let's tie this together. You've learned that vitamin D is the master signal for muscle repair. K2 is the traffic cop that directs calcium where it belongs. Magnesium unlocks deep sleep and allows fibers to relax and rebuild. B12 delivers oxygen, fueling the entire process. Together, they form a perfect symphony, a nighttime orchestra where every instrument plays in harmony to restore your strength. But vitamin C and iron are the discordant notes. They sound harmless, even helpful, but placed at the wrong time, they turn harmony into chaos. The music of healing stops. And here's something powerful to understand. Your body doesn't age the way most people think it does. Muscles don't simply shrivel because of the number of candles on your cake. They weaken because the repair process fails. Every day, microscopic tears appear in your muscles from simply living, walking, bending, climbing, even standing up from a chair. Normally, your body heals these tears at night, leaving you stronger the next day. But without the right nutrients, or worse, with the wrong ones interfering, those tears don't heal. Over time, they pile up, muscles weaken, balance falters, independence slips away. Not because you're too old, but because your body never got the tools it needed to repair. Let me give you a picture. Imagine two people going to bed at the same time. Both are tired. Both lie down in their rooms, close their eyes and drift off to sleep. One has taken vitamin D, K2, magnesium and B12. The other has taken a multivitamin packed with vitamin C and iron. Fast forward 8 hours. The first wakes up with muscles that feel steadier, energy that feels restored, confidence to face the day. The second wakes up groggy, stiff, weaker than before. Same hours of sleep, different result. The only difference, what they put in their body before bed. That is the power of timing. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about your own routine. Maybe you've been swallowing that multivitamin at night without even thinking. Maybe you've been told, it doesn't matter when you take it as long as you take it. But now you know better. Timing is everything, and the difference between waking up stronger or weaker tomorrow morning could be as simple as moving one pill from night to day. This is the moment of choice. 4 vitamins act like your allies, working quietly through the night to rebuild your strength. 2 act like thieves, sneaking in and stealing your repair window. Tonight, you get to choose which team you give power to. And here's the most exciting part. This isn't something you need to wait months to notice. Within days, your body begins to respond. Muscles feel less sore. Legs feel more stable. Sleep feels deeper. And as weeks pass, you realize you're not just surviving the day, you're living it. That's the gift of aligning your nutrition with your biology. That's the secret to waking up stronger. Now let's take this deeper. Why is it that your body does its most powerful repair at night? And why do these specific vitamins matter so much? To understand this, we need to look at the way your body operates on a 24-hour rhythm, something scientists call the circadian cycle. Every cell in your body has a clock. During the day, that clock tells your body to stay active, to burn energy, to move, to digest. But as the sun sets, that clock changes its tune. It begins preparing for recovery. Hormones shift, body temperature lowers, and signals are sent to your muscles. This is the time to heal. Think of it as the body's natural repair shop opening for business. But here's the problem. When the shop opens, it needs tools, raw materials, and workers. Without them, the shop sits idle, and the damage from the day carries over into the next morning. That's why vitamins taken at night can be so transformative. They are the very tools the repair crew has been waiting for. Let's look at vitamin D through this lens. At night, muscle stem cells sit like idle workers waiting for orders. They won't lift a finger until vitamin D arrives, and when it does, it flips the switch. Suddenly, the workers move into action. Damaged fibers are identified. Repair begins. Think of vitamin D as the foreman who walks in at midnight, blows the whistle, and gets the entire team working. Without that signal, nothing happens. No repair, no rebuilding, no progress. But remember, those workers need guidance, and this is where vitamin K2 shines. Imagine hundreds of trucks carrying calcium into your body. Without directions, They dump it wherever they can, sometimes in your arteries, sometimes in your joints, sometimes in places that cause stiffness and pain. But with vitamin K2, it's as if a skilled traffic controller steps in. Every truck is guided exactly where it needs to go, into your bones, into your muscles, into the very structure that gives you strength. Now the repair is precise, targeted, and safe. Magnesium takes this to another level. If vitamin D is the foreman and K2 is the traffic controller, then magnesium is the peacekeeper. It tells the muscles to relax, to let go of the tension they've been holding all day. Without this relaxation, repair cannot start. Imagine trying to fix a rope that's pulled tight at both ends. You can't. You have to loosen it first. That's what magnesium does. It loosens the rope, it relaxes your fibers. And while it does this, it also calms your brain, silencing the restless thoughts that often keep you awake. This allows you to drop into the deepest stages of sleep, the very stages where your muscles rebuild themselves stronger. And then comes vitamin B12, the energy supplier. Picture your repair crew at night. They're ready, they've got the instructions, they've got the tools. But they can't do anything without power. They need electricity to light the site, fuel for the machines, oxygen for the workers. That's what B12 provides. It fuels your red blood cells so they can deliver oxygen, the very breath of life, to every repairing fiber. Without oxygen, the repair is slow, incomplete, or doesn't happen at all. With B12, the worksite glows with energy. Repair is fast, efficient, and powerful. Now, contrast this with what happens when the wrong vitamins enter the picture. Vitamin C at night is like turning the lights off in the middle of the repair. Workers stumble in the dark, progress slows, and precious hours are wasted. Iron at night is like bringing in a rival crew that hogs the resources, leaving the real workers stranded. The result? A half-finished project. You wake up weaker, not stronger. This is why timing matters so much, because your body isn't simply processing vitamins, it's orchestrating them. Every nutrient plays a role in the symphony of repair, but the music must start at the right time, with the right instruments and without discordant notes. Think of your body as a grand orchestra. Vitamin D cues the strings, K2 guides the horns, magnesium sets the rhythm, B12 powers the percussion. Together they create harmony, a piece of music that builds strength and resilience. But vitamin C and iron, they crash in with offbeat sounds that throw the whole piece into chaos. The song of repair is lost. Now let's get personal. Imagine lying down tonight. You close your eyes, the room darkens, and your body begins its nightly ritual. Inside, vitamin D walks into the repair site and calls the team to action. K2 steps in, guiding calcium like a conductor guiding violins, ensuring every note is perfect. Magnesium whispers to your muscles, relax, release, rest, and suddenly you drift into deep sleep. B12 fuels the system, flooding your body with oxygen and energy, powering every repair. Hours later you wake, and instead of feeling broken, you feel renewed. That is what alignment feels like. That is what it means to let your body do what it was designed to do. But what if you take the wrong step? Imagine instead you take vitamin C before bed. The moment your body tries to slip into deep rest, melatonin is blunted. The repair shop stays half closed. Workers pace restlessly, unable to see what to fix. The night passes, but the work never gets done. You wake up groggy, stiff, tired. You tell yourself it's just aging. But it's not aging, it's interference. Or picture iron at night. Magnesium tries to relax your muscles, but iron pushes it aside. Instead of calm, you get cramps. Instead of rest, you toss and turn. The repair site never reaches full speed. The night is wasted, and again you tell yourself it's just life. But it's not life, it's a mistake in timing. Here's the empowering truth. This is within your control. You can decide what your body has access to tonight. You can choose whether your repair crew works with the right tools or whether it struggles in the dark. You can choose whether tomorrow morning feels heavier than today or lighter. And here's the part that fills me with hope. When people make this small change, just 4 vitamins at night avoiding 2, they often notice a difference within weeks, not months, not years, weeks. The stairs that used to feel daunting begin to feel manageable. The chair that was hard to rise from suddenly feels easier. The grip that was weak becomes steady. These small victories add up. And with each one, confidence returns. Strength returns. Independence returns. Because muscle is not lost forever. It is waiting. Waiting for the chance to rebuild. Waiting for you to give it the raw materials. Waiting for you to give it the right tools at the right time. Tonight could be that turning point. Tonight could be the first night your body truly begins to restore what was taken. Think about how life feels when muscle is strong. It's not just about biceps or toned arms. It's about freedom. It's about getting out of bed without hesitation, standing tall without grabbing for a chair, carrying your own groceries, walking with confidence, dancing at family gatherings, or kneeling down to hug a grandchild without worrying whether you'll be able to get back up. Strength is dignity. Strength is independence. Strength is life. And the beautiful truth is this: your body has not forgotten how to build it. All it needs is the right support at the right time. Now picture two different futures. In one, you continue as usual. You wake up tired. You feel weaker each month. Your muscles shrink silently. Climbing stairs feels harder. Chairs feel deeper. Walking feels slower. You tell yourself it's just aging. But deep down you wonder if something can be done. And in the other future, you make a small but powerful change. You give your body vitamin D, K2, magnesium, and B12 at night. You avoid vitamin C and iron at bedtime. Slowly, you notice changes. Sleep deepens. Morning stiffness eases. You rise from your chair more smoothly. Your steps feel more secure. People notice your energy. You notice your own smile in the mirror. The difference between these two futures is not chance. It is choice. Science is clear. Muscle is one of the most important predictors of health, vitality, and even longevity. People with stronger muscles live longer, resist illness better, and recover faster from setbacks. Muscle protects you from falls. It shields your metabolism. It even communicates with your brain, releasing molecules that support memory and mood. When you feed and rebuild muscle, you're not just strengthening your body, you're protecting your mind, your energy, your entire life. And here is what makes the night so magical. Your body already wants to do this work while you sleep. It is already programmed to repair. The only question is, will you let it? Or will you unknowingly block it with the wrong nutrients at the wrong time? Let's go back to that image of the repair crew. Imagine tonight. The sun sets, the room grows quiet, and the repair shop opens. Vitamin D arrives, the foreman who says, "Let's begin." K2 steps in, directing calcium like a master architect, ensuring every resource builds the right structure. Magnesium soothes the workers, calming their nerves, creating the peaceful environment they need. B12 floods the site with power, oxygen, and energy. The music of repair begins, harmonious, strong, steady. Your muscles knit together, fibers rebuilt, strength renewed. By dawn, the shop closes and you awaken, not broken, but whole. That is the power of timing. But if vitamin C arrives, the lights dim. If iron barges in, the workers stumble. Confusion replaces harmony. Progress stalls. Hours are wasted. And instead of waking restored, you wake depleted. These are choices you can make tonight. You hold the keys. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You don't need expensive supplements marketed with fancy names. You don't need complicated routines. You don't need to spend hours in the gym if your body is not ready for it. You just need to understand what your body craves at night and what it rejects. 4 helpers, 2 intruders. That's it. A simple adjustment that can transform the way your body feels, recovers, and grows stronger. I want you to imagine something powerful. Imagine it is 3 months from now. You've been consistent. Every night, the right vitamins. Every night, your body supported. Every night, your muscles given exactly what they need. One morning, you wake up and notice something different. You stand from your chair without pushing on the armrest. You walk down the hallway without holding the wall. You climb a flight of stairs without stopping halfway to catch your breath. You feel steadier. You feel younger. You feel alive. And the most beautiful part, you realize this didn't require a miracle drug or a secret surgery. It required knowledge. It required timing. It required trust in your body's natural power to heal. I've seen people regain strength they thought was lost forever. I've seen them walk into my office with a cane and return months later without it. I've seen them play with their grandchildren again, not from the sidelines but on the floor, laughing, rolling, enjoying life. And it began with understanding the simple truth we've explored together tonight. Vitamins are not just nutrients, they are signals. Taken at the right time, they can rebuild. Taken at the wrong time, they can interfere. So, what will you choose tonight? Will you let your repair crew work in the dark, tripping over misplaced calcium and missing oxygen? Or will you hand them the tools they've been waiting for, the blueprint, the power, the harmony? This is your moment. This is your decision. And as you think about it, remember this. The body is always listening. It remembers every signal you send. Even if you've gone years without giving it what it needs, it hasn't forgotten how to heal. The repair shop is still there, the workers are still waiting. Tonight you can open the doors wide. Tonight you can turn on the lights. Tonight you can rebuild. As you prepare for bed, let this message stay with you. Health is not found in grand gestures. It is found in small choices repeated with love, care, and understanding. 4 vitamins taken at the right time can transform your nights into a healing sanctuary. 2 vitamins avoided at night can prevent silent sabotage. This is the kind of knowledge that shifts the trajectory of a life. And tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, I hope you feel it. The difference, the subtle strength, the quiet renewal. Because that feeling, multiplied night after night, is how you reclaim vitality. It's how you write a new story for your body, not one of decline but of resilience. So tonight, as the world grows quiet, remember this. Repair is waiting, strength is waiting, life is waiting. Give your body the tools, and it will reward you with something priceless. The freedom to live fully, to move freely, to embrace every moment with strength, dignity, and joy.